Hello everyone, I'm Richard Gerhardt and welcome to Body of Energy. So this is session number 19. I have sent a message to the person that this session is about so they know, and everybody else gets to watch and see how this tool is used, and then they get to experience this tool at a personal level. So here we go. I have used the toothpicks to determine which tool is best for this person. Use that energy tool to separate myself from the answer. So each of these tools has a color. I draw a toothpick, and that determines which tool I'm going to use for them. So it's going to be the element tool. Okay? So this tool is about the element symbols: fire, water, air, earth, the element of light, and the element of life. Okay? And the meaning of the numbers. Okay? And it's all on the framework of this tool. So the framework of this tool constitutes the direction or the question of the tool. Okay? And then I'm going to use this tile set. This is the element tile set and the balanced equation tile set. And so these tiles constitute the answer. So I'm going to mix them up here. A little bit loud. But hey, it's alright. We're going to go from there. Okay? Alright. So this tool has 9 points on it, okay? And so the beauty of that is 9 points plus 0 is 1 billion combinations. Okay? So the nice thing about that is it makes this tool so that it can't be manipulated. And so each one of these tiles represents a point on the tool somewhere. So here's the 2 of earth, and here is the 2 of earth. Okay? So all of these tiles are part of the element tile set, and these tiles with the words are part of the ultimate expansion tile set. And when they come together, they give a very complete picture as to what's going on for the person, okay? So this is the element of fire. It represents the mind and the principle of wisdom. It's this part of the person that's choosing between making a right choice or a wrong choice, between wisdom and not using wisdom, so to speak. So the thing that's going on for this person, the element that's most important here, is about the principle of giving. Okay, this is connected to the principle of generous and giving. And that's the very thing that's going on for this person right now in the mind. And so then it becomes the balance point. It's the energy that's flowing through this point right now to make a change. Okay? So once again, this part of the tool is about making a change in their energy. And what's the purpose of that? So that they can take the next right step forward in their life. Okay, and before I get too carried away, I better write all this down. So because I use this worksheet right here, if you can see that, to figure out the other 9 levels that I read this tool. So this is the first level that I read it, where the tile is and the position upon which it stands. So as soon as I get all this written down, we'll move forward. And so one of the reasons I have to write it down is because I need to remember which of the tiles were reversed, like these three, or which were upright. Because reverse tiles have to do with energy flowing in, and upright tiles have to do with energy flowing out. And the words have no direction. Okay? So that's part of understanding how this tool is read. All right, here we go. So that's what was going on in the mind. It's the principle of giving. So this is the element of earth. It represents the body and the principle of prosperity, okay? And so this is the sword of the element of water, right here, okay? It represents putting into action the emotions, or acting upon the right emotions, okay? Or acting upon peace. So when the emotions are at peace, it allows the person to put their life into action, into motion. Okay, and that's what's going on with the body. It's about acting upon the right emotions that are going on this side. That's the influence of what's going on in their body and their ability to prosper at this time, okay? So here's the element of air. It represents the spirit and the principle of truth, okay? It's this part of the person that's trying to discern between truth and error, between right and wrong. And so this is the seven of light. It's right here, the seven of light. So this is about, the seven is about triumph, okay? So at the moment a person triumphs, they're at peace. It's about accomplishment. The moment the person accomplishes, they're at rest. So this is about triumphing in an understanding of themselves. Okay, and that understanding takes place in the heart. Okay? So triumphing in an understanding of themselves is the thing that's going on in the spirit. It's the thing the spirit is focused on and trying to discern. And it becomes the balance point. So when there's understanding in the heart of themselves, they can triumph in their life. And that's what's going on in the spirit, okay? So this is the element of water. It represents the emotions and the principle of peace, okay? So the 24 of light is right here in the middle, okay? So the 24 is a 6, but it's part of the third set of 9. It's between 19 and 27, okay? So the number 6 is about things that are correct and complete, having all the pieces in all the right places so that the whole picture can be seen. And so this is about being correct and complete in an understanding of eternal truth. Okay, and that understanding takes place in the heart. That energy is the energy that's having an effect upon the emotions and the principle of peace within this person. Okay? So that when they understand eternal truths in the heart, it allows them to be correct and complete in their life. Okay? So this is the element of light, this circle here in the middle. It represents the heart and the principle of understood. For truth is understood in the heart. That's where real understanding takes place. Okay? And so the focal point is the 2 of earth. It's about being whole in the body so that it can prosper. Okay? So the idea of the number 2 is if this what is needed to make the person whole, and this is the person joining themselves to it, coming together so that it balances each other out. It makes them whole. This is the concept of the number 2. This is about being whole in the body so that it can prosper. So when the body's prospering, it makes them whole in their life. And this is the heart of the entire matter. This is what's going on with this person. And that's the point, the central point at this level of reading this tool, okay? So between the mind and the body, the connection point, the extension that comes out from the heart, Okay, so the extension is about understanding. The connection point between the mind and the body is understanding. That's how this tool, the symbolism of this tool is read. And it's about the principle of eternal, which is connected to the principle of unchangeable. Right? This is a characteristic of the person. So it's about this principle, eternal. That's the balance point between the mind and the body, between wisdom and prosperity. And so between the mind and the emotions, between wisdom and peace, it's about the color black. So I'll explain about the color black. The color black, when you take colors, okay, such as paint, and you mix all of these 6 colors that are on this tool in equal measure, it makes the color black. All color is about seeing. It's about discernment. So this is about seeing everything within this person and discerning it. That's the balance point between the mind and the emotions. So it's about seeing the mind, the body, the spirit, the emotions, the heart, and the soul. That's what the color black is connected to. All right? So that's what's going on between the mind and the emotions. Between the spirit and the body, it's about the principle of patience. Patience is connected to long suffering. Okay? So it's patience that's the connection point, the balance point. Okay? And the energy needed for that point between truth and prosperity, between the spirit and the body, and between the spirit and the emotions. It's about this point right here. So this is about the element of light and the element of earth being rightly connected in the right way. So understanding in the heart being connected to the body's ability to prosper, and vice versa. The body's prospering in the right way, which is connected to health, abundance, flourishing, allows the connection and understanding in the heart. Okay? And so that is the connection point that's going on between the spirit and the emotion. That's what's influencing truth and peace at this time for this person. Okay? So that's the first level at looking at all of this. So now I'm going to take the sum total of all of the numbers. So as I've mentioned before, this symbol is over the number 7. So that makes it a 7. So I'm going to take the sum total of all these numbers. So when I write them down, just for shorthand, in this position, I just need to know what the value of this is. This is a 6. Okay? And I just write them all down. So the most important number out of all of this is the number 7. Here and here. So 7 is about triumph, so that you can reach the point of peace. Okay? And this is the 7th point. Very specifically, it's about the principle of eternal, which is connected to unchangeable. Okay? So think about how these words are connected. The definition of truth is something that's eternal and unchangeable. That's part of the definition of truth. That's part of understanding what this word is all about. So the most important number is 7. 7 is about triumphing, and it's connected to this principle, eternal. So that's the most important number. So now if I look at the sum total of the numbers, let's see here. It's about the number 4. So the number 4 in this position has to do with the past. So the energy of this person is on the past. So it's a balance point between past, present, and future. Okay? And very specifically, it's about acting upon right emotions in the past, acting upon the principle of peace as it's connected to the past. That's what's going on with this person at this time. Okay, so now I'm going to look at the sum total of all of the tiles that were upright and all of them that were reversed. So these are the ones that were reversed. So here's how this part goes. If a person has too much energy going out and not enough coming in, it creates a depletion, a drain, a dead battery, so to speak, okay? And so for this person, the change in the energy is about allowing more in to meet the amount that's going out, okay? And then if you want to look at it very specifically, it's about allowing this energy in, acting upon the right emotions, being whole in the body so that it can prosper, and having a correct and complete understanding of eternal truth. That's the energy that needs to come in to equal the energy that's going out. Alright? So now I'm going to look at the sum total of all of the elements. What was the most important element? Okay? And so it's the element of light. So for this person, they need the element of light. So the element of light has to do with the color purple. How the person sees or discerns their heart. It's about light. It's about the heart. It's about understood, which is about understanding in the heart. Things are understood in the heart. And it's connected to the meaning of the number 0, which is about enjoyment and satisfaction in the heart. That's what all of the points that element is about. Okay? So how does a person get that element? It's about sharing the understanding they have in their heart with somebody else, and them sharing their understanding. And that understanding making a connection between others. That's how we give and receive the element of light. Okay? It's also about receiving it this way, from the voice of truth, this center pathway, the truth being revealed by that voice, and then the understanding coming also, or in other words, light being shed in the heart to understand the truth that was given. So then, therefore, the person can make a right choice. That's all connected in that concept of needing the element of light. And that's what's going on for this person at this time. Okay? So then on another level, about what was the most important principle that's going on right now between truth and understanding and wisdom, between peace and prosperity. What was the most important? And for this person, it's about having a foundation for understanding in the heart. This is the most important principle, understanding, understood. And it's connected to having a foundation for that. All right? So that point in the middle that we just talked about is the 4 of light. Okay? It's right here. And it's in this quadrant. So the impact of having a foundation being connected to understood, understanding in the heart, the impact is upon the emotions. So between mind, body, spirit, emotions, the heart, and the soul, the balance point is the emotions. Okay? So then, looking at all of this on another level, I'm going to line all of these up where they go on the tool. And it paints another kind of a picture. So each level of doing this helps the person see all of the different things that are tied together and the harmony of all of those answers, okay? So this outside part represents the energy that's flowing out of the person into the world, or into the people around them, okay? And so it looks like this quadrant right here is the most important. This is the main energy that's flowing out and needs to flow out. It's what's going on in the body and the ability to prosper, and that energy that comes from the body And very specifically, it's about patience. It's about eternal. It's about being whole and having the right connection between the heart and the body, between understanding in the heart and prosperity. And that's the energy that they're putting out. And they should put out. Okay? So that's how that part is read. And then now I'm looking at these sets of parallel lines. And between each parallel line is 3 numbers. And they're connected to the other side. So these parallel lines represent how energy flows through a person. Okay? Because we all have energy coming in, going out, it flows through us. And so for this person, it's like, what is the most important point? It's this line right here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 points on this line right here. And so then it paints a picture as to what's going on. So numerically speaking, it's about the meaning of the number 0. Okay? And the meaning of the number 0 is about enjoyment and satisfaction. It's about the meaning of the number 1, alignment with the right pathway. It's about the meaning of the number 2, being whole. And this is taking place between the emotions and the body. So it's about enjoyment and satisfaction between the emotions and the body. It's about being aligned in the right pathway between the emotions and the body, between peace and prosperity, and being whole. Okay? So then it paints the story as to what's going on with this person. And in this order. These are the most important points. This is the pathway and the story of it. Okay? So it's about the color black. So once again, that is about seeing and discerning all of the parts. The mind, the body, the spirit, the emotions, the heart, and the soul. Patience, which is connected to long suffering. It's about the right connection between the heart and the body, and that leads to being whole in the body, being whole in the ability to prosper, so that when the body's prospering, they can be whole in their life. And so that's all the different levels that this tool is read on. So, as I've mentioned in my other videos, I also record these sessions and post them on YouTube so that this person can view this at their convenience if they're not able to watch it now. And the energy work is just the same. Okay? And they'll feel the impact of this. And the reason for all of this is so that they can take the next right step forward in their life, whatever that may be for the person. Okay? So if you're interested in having this experience for yourself, if you have any questions, please send me a message. It's difficult for me to see the messages on the live screen because I'm not looking at the screen. It's above my head. So anyway, thank you for joining, and I will see you next session.